Alright, so this year's belt is a hand.
Hello, this is Soundout here with a brand new Kamen Rider review. Today we have the deluxe WizarDriver from Kamen Rider Wizard. This is the first deluxe roleplay item for the line, and we shall take a look at it today because I don't want to go back and review all the Forza toys. So as you can see, the box has a nice display of images including Wizard's flame style, the belt, the new ring gimmick with the lights and sounds. Definitely displays everything nice and looks really good, displaying the 4 different styles of Wizard up in the corner. Packaging does reflect the show's themes and motifs. On one side you got Wizard Flame Style with his ring, and you've got Wizard Water Style on the other side with his ring, and the contents of the box are shown. On the back you can see all the features of the toy, which I shall be going over. This includes how the rings work with the driver, and that in order to get land in Hurricane styles you need to buy the Wizard Sword Gun, which I don't own yet. You get Gashapon ring candy toy rings, and they can be used in all items, including the Gamba Ride machine. And you can get these ring extenders so that it can fit your actual adult size ring, or adult size fingers instead of the Japanese children size. I'll be getting some of those in the future. On the bottom, just kind of your generic Kamen Rider style packaging. Overall, really nice box. So without further ado, let's take a look at the WizarDriver and the first ring.
We've had interesting rider belt designs, some less cumbersome than others. And this one's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Mostly because there's a hand right above your crotch when wearing this. Yeah, well, not much you can do about it. The biggest thing about the WizarDriver, though, is the design. It's pretty much, it looks good in the show and in the context of the show with the rings and everything. And overall, it does have a nice little sleek design. It is circular in the middle, kind of comes out to the edge. So when you attach the belt pieces here, it does kind of make it flush more than the Forza driver does. You do have these little switches here that switch the hand. It's very solid and sturdy. You do have the little symbol at the top here, nice and chrome. There's a lot of chrome on this belt, which is something that's been lacking from main rider belts the last few years. You got an on-off switch down here. On the back you get full detailed back with all the minor details. It does require 3 AAA batteries, and once you have those in place, just gotta switch it on. So you get the sound of a dragon, and you can kind of see the wizard emblem symbol thing behind it. Now, of course, the other part of the belt is the belt pieces. Very standard. You got a little gem on these. These are springy on both ends, which is nice and very much appreciated. Now, of course, we have a few rings. Now, the belt has 2 different modes. You have magic mode and you have henshin mode, depending on which way the hand is facing. So, let's take a look at the rings that are included. So for best possible effect, I have moved the belt out of the way so we can look at the rings individually. Now they have these stone-like designs. That's because they are carved from magic stones by one of our side characters in the show. Now you can see here, this is a henshin ring. You know it because it's more like a henshin helmet. More like the helmet of Wizard instead of a circle design like the rest of the rings in the show. So as you can see here, it does kind of look like his helmet from the show, except there's, a visor. The visor does flip down. This is the thing in the show. When he goes to henshin into the form, without already being in a style, then he'll flip down the visor. So it does give you an option for all of the henshin rings that they are able to move the visors. So yeah, it's pretty much the flame style helmet. Now you notice on the back, the ring, it's fully painted along the edge. Gashapon and candy rings do not have this paint here. That's their defining feature this year. So anyways, as you see, you can put the ring these rings are a bit small. They are designed for Japanese children, so the ring size is a bit small. Now, unlike American toy rings where they're a little bit pliable and spread open a bit. These are pretty solid plastic. So, like I have said, there are alternate ring extenders available, like there are belt extenders on Premium Bandai. And so if you get some of those, they just pop right out. And if you wanted to, say, make your own ring size piece, you probably could do that too. These just slide in and out. They just click in place, and it's pretty sturdy. If you only got 2 of them, you could just wear one on each finger, and when you want to change rings, you just swap the faceplate off. That is an option too. So anyways, overall, really nice looking rings. They definitely do something special with the belt. You also have the water style ring. The water henshin made from a blue magic stone, as you can see. Little visor flips down. You got water style. So it is a different helmet shape than flame style, which is nice. Makes it perfectly accurate. Again, ring size small, paint along the edges. Looks really nice overall. You also get one magic ring. That is the Kick Strike. His final attack in the show. You can see all magic rings are basically this shape, with the center being a circular just design. They're all based on dragons. You can see it's a foot kicking a dragon, or a dragon-powered kick, if you would. So again, ring around the edge is silver, and can be removed just like the henshin rings. So you don't need to worry about that. It's just the only problem is they're a bit small, and they only go that far on my finger. So there you go. There are our rings. Now, of course, let's be honest. Kamen Rider belts are nothing without sound effects. That's just their thing. So let's take a look and see what exactly happens when you throw on a ring like Flame. Now, let's take that step a little bit slower. If you may notice, I don't know if it comes through the video or not, this is a loud belt. Even the WizarDriver, its most powerful, when I first got it, was not this loud. So it is really nice and loud. So anyways, let's... So first, you have Shabadoobie Touch Henshin, the little jingle. Then when you put the ring in front, it lights up, and will continue to say the name until you release it. So it plays through a light sequence for each henshin. And this is, of course, the henshin mode on this side. So anyways, that's the thing about these rings. They light up when you touch them in front of the belt. It is really neat how, since they have the same scanning technology as Kamen Rider O's medals, and actually the Skylanders figures use the same technology, so the light core Skylanders can be used on the belt, which is kind of neat for those of you that collect Skylanders out there. So anyways, as you can see, you know, it's the rings are the essential part. You don't get any sound effects aside from and also, if you were curious, if you don't want to wait for it to say Shabadoobie Touch Henshin or Lupachi Magic Magic Go, as soon as the clang sound's made, so you go over, wait a second, until that happens, it won't recognize it. So part of the sound has to be made in order for the ring to work. So with that said, you do have another henshin to do. So now everything is water styled and blue. Now, before we go to the Kick Strike, I have to know that this ring has the ability to modify sound effects. This has, I think, about 5, maybe more modification sound effects with this. What I mean is, if you start the belt just restart the belt. And you don't do any henshin sounds and go straight to the ring. You get kick, strike, please, and generic sound effect. That's when you use it as a regular magic ring. This isn't in the show. As you notice, it usually says Chohine, kick, strike. Well, if you were, say, henshin back into flame style, and the last color is red, so when you switch it back to magic mode, Chohine kick strike, and it plays a very flame type kick. Now, say you want to go back to water style. And then you want to do kick strike again. You get a water splash noise before the generic explosion. It's really neat because that also works with land and hurricane. And possibly flame dragon, yet I don't know yet because I don't have those rings. So it's really neat how when you have the different henshins in place and you switch back and use kick strike, it changes the sound effect. It's something that I haven't seen Kamen Rider belts do in a while, if ever. I mean, a belt that I have does not do this based on the technology. So it's really neat that they allowed modification based on what henshin you're using. And not just the Ozrat of just generic sound. So really cool belt overall. I'm impressed with the WizarDriver's technology. While the design is a little weird, and I must admit it's very Michael Jackson-y, I gotta admit that I really do like the technology involved. The scanning of the rings works really well. And overall, I think that it's a good belt, and I can recommend picking it up. Though you're probably going to want a few more rings after you're done. Luckily, I'm not out of rings yet. As I decided to collect this toy line, I've got more reviews set up. So anyways, stay tuned for more videos in the future, and be sure to check out Herotaku.com, where we'll focus on heroes of both Japan and America. So anyways, Tony Soundout saying goodbye.